Nice easy one to get started. What do you do with him? How do you resolve that now?
It's a difficult one that surprised me, to be honest, especially when he's so affiliated with a club and all the great memories he's had, and he's in danger of souring it greatly, you know. And yeah, it's really shocked me. I thought he would have come back and maybe, but to go, I hate seeing players ever feeling like they're almost going on strike to a certain extent, not turning up for training, not doing the right things. I know sometimes you've got to force a move, but it looks like he's forcing the move to where we don't know right now. There's not that many suitors out there, and I know he got a lot of stick last year, but I thought he was still their best player by a long way. Scored goals, had great moments. Right now, it's a hindrance to the club. It's a hindrance for the manager that's coming in and wants to set his stall out. I think he's handled it pretty well. I don't think he's sort of beating around the bush. He said the other day when he leaves before the end of the game, I can't have that one bit. I find that disgraceful. You know, you can wait 20 minutes, watch your teammates. Even if you're unhappy there, you just try to do the right thing.
If you were Erik ten Hag, Roy, would you be fighting to keep Ronaldo?
You'd have to try and keep him, yeah, because he's a brilliant player. But again, we don't know what Ronaldo's behaviour is like now when he's back in the building, missing pre-season. Obviously, we've been told family issues. If that's the case, so be it. If he's just down tools, that is unacceptable. But I don't think it's such a big deal as everyone making out. I think ultimately the manager, when you're a manager, you don't go look for trouble. Trouble comes your way. So this has come to the managers in front of him. He's got to deal with it. But I think he can put a marker down and say it's Ronaldo next week or two, and he's got takers, and if the deal works for the United, they'll probably want some money back. But yeah, if you want to go to Lisbon or wherever you go, then off you go. And the other players are looking, going, OK, short term we'll miss him, but in the bigger picture, we're trying to rebuild, because Man United really aren't going to be competing for league titles, I think, for something 2 or 3 years. But if he gets his head around and shows and does his man management and says, listen, we're keeping you, you got to get your head down and be part of the group, what we're trying to do here, I think that's what Jamie just said. I think it can work out well for United as well. I don't fall for this one. If a player's out of order, you have to get rid of him. And I think when a player gets 20-odd goals for you, you've got to be careful when you're letting these lads out the door. But the problem is Ronaldo. He wanted to leave Man United many years ago, and Ferguson at the time said we'd stay another year, we'd probably go. And he got his head down, of course, and he was a bit younger. But at the moment, my worry is if they kind of say you're definitely staying, and United start the season not great, and he'd be resentful towards the manager, then it could get ugly. I know they've got the World coming up, and he'll have the World Cup coming up, he's got his eye on that. So that's the only bit I'd worry about. If they said to Ronaldo, listen, you're definitely staying, you're under contract, and they start the season badly, and he's left them out of 1 or 2 games, then I think it could get messy.